Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve. So in this video, I want to answer the question, is your squat okay? I get a lot of questions like this. Hey, big hairy ugly dude, will you look at my squat video and tell me what you think? Is it okay? Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. Come on over, submit your questions. The best questions I turn into videos just like this. All right, so before I get into the topic, if you want your squat looked at, there's a link below to the Massive Iron group on Facebook. Join the group. Post your video. We'd be happy to take a look at it. Now, when the majority of people that ask me, is my squat okay? Or the majority of individuals that post squat videos on my group or forums or wherever, their squat is not okay. Their squat is not okay. A lot of these guys think their squat's okay. A lot of these guys are pretty confident that they're doing fine, but that's mainly because they're close to depth. They're close to depth or at depth, and they think because they're hitting depth that their squat is okay. Now, there's some major issues with the squats, and I can't go into all of them in these videos, in this video, but the biggest thing that I see is squatters tend to squat with their knees a little bit forward, and then as they descend, they're kind of hesitant. This is kind of goes back to the high school football squat where guys are half squatting and they'll kind of air brake with their knees a little bit forward, and they'll go down, their knees are forward, and they only go down to the point where they feel like they're going to fall forward with the weight because the weight's so incredible that it's just going to flap them forward. They're going to, fold forward. So you see a lot of individuals who are trying to squat and their knees tend to be forward. As they try to hit depth, there's really nowhere to go but for their torso to come down in an attempt to lower the bar. This is a major issue. So wherever your feet are, and your feet should be at a comfortable angle outward, okay? You don't want them extreme unless you have a wider stance and maybe about 45-degree angle, but your feet have to be in a natural position, and your knees should kind of follow the path. Your knee angle, your thigh angle should follow the path of your foot angle. Now, most people, as they descend, they kind of are hesitant and they keep their knees a little bit tightly in. What you need to do is concentrate on letting your knees naturally open. This will help prevent you from folding forward, because if your knees are in and you're tight and you're air braking, the only thing for your torso to do is to go down as you're trying to reach depth. That's why you see a lot of guys fold. Now, as you are sinking, another good cue is to concentrate on driving your butthole straight down. This accomplishes a couple things. It prevents you from pulling side to side as you're descending, so it helps with more consistent squats, and this will be a little bit safer for your hamstrings. And as you concentrate on driving your butthole down as you sink, it'll help you keep your torso a little bit more upright. Now, another big mistake I see is that before guys descend in the squat, they'll toss their hips back and they'll hyperextend their lower back and they'll put their head down, and they're already in a position where they're kind of leaning forward. Now, what I recommend when you're descending, as you're concentrating on driving your butt down, that you... Sorry about that, had a phone issue, had a phone call. When you're driving your butt down, that's when you naturally let your hips go back during the descent. You don't shoot your hips back before, you don't do a jerky motion like hips back, then down. You let your hips naturally go down where they want to go as you're driving your butt down. Now, another big mistake I see is that you'll see the elbows flared. Guys don't concentrate on keeping a tight upper body. Now, there's a lot of different cues I can present here, but a big one is before each rep, pull the bar down in your traps and drive your elbows down. This will help you keep your elbows locked, and it'll help you keep tight in the upper back and upper body. You want to stay tight up here because it'll help as you descend. If you get loose, you're going to have a tendency to go forward. Do that before each rep, before each descent. Just pull down and make sure you are tightened. Now, a couple final tips. When you're coming up out of the squat, you often see guys' hips go up faster than their head, so they tend to come up like this. That's called a fake mercenary squat. You see him do that. His hips come up before his head, and he's kind of like folded over. It looks like a good morning squat. When you are coming up out of the hole, you need to concentrate on driving your head up. Where the head goes, the body's going to go up. So if you concentrate on driving your head up, your body's going to naturally want to follow that path more. And that's kind of a discipline issue. So you need to learn to do this on every rep. Think about driving your head up. Now, I always say head up, hips forward, head up, hips forward. That's how you lock out a squat. Practice this on your warm-ups. When you're driving your head up to lock out the squat, when you're about halfway up, think about driving your hips forward. That is the lockout mechanism of your squat. That's the strength of your squat lockout, the hips and the glutes. So guys, I hope these tips have helped. These are some of the major issues I see with squatting. And again, if you have concerns about your squat and you need some assistance, it's a very complicated movement, and I can't cover everything in this video. But come on over, join the Massive Iron group, link below, post up your video. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. If you've made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. Are you ready?
Join it. It's an awesome group.
Yeah. So guys, as always, thanks for watching, and
stay sexy.
Stay sexy, people. Stay sexy, people. Get that big, juicy squat booty.